Today, we're talking about something almost everyone deals with: overthinking. You know that feeling when your brain just won't stop. You replay old conversations. You imagine future problems that don't even exist yet. And no matter how tired you are, your mind keeps running like a broken record. Yeah, that's overthinking. I'll be honest, I've been there more times than I can count. Sometimes it's about something small, like whether I said the wrong thing in a message. Other times, it's about big stuff, like whether I'm living the right kind of life. And somehow, no matter what it is, my brain finds a way to turn it into a full-blown movie marathon inside my head. But here's what's really interesting. Overthinking isn't a personal weakness. It's actually a feature of the human brain, one that's gotten a bit out of control. Our minds evolved to help us survive. Thousands of years ago, the ability to worry was useful. If you could imagine danger before it happened, like a predator hiding in the bushes, you had a better chance to stay alive. The problem is, our brains haven't updated to modern life. They still use the same ancient alarm system. So instead of worrying about wild animals, now we worry about emails, deadlines, or something someone said in a group chat. You see, when your brain senses uncertainty, it panics a little. It starts spinning thoughts, trying to find control or closure. But the more it spins, the less control you actually have. That's why psychologists call it a loop. It's like trying to untie a knot by pulling the same thread. Over and over, you just make it tighter. Inside your brain, something called the default mode network switches on. It's a group of brain regions that become active when you're not focused on the outside world, basically, when your mind wanders. That's when the thoughts start replaying, when you relive embarrassing moments, or imagine future problems that might never happen. And because the brain doesn't know the difference between real danger and imagined danger, your body reacts the same way: racing heart, tight chest, no sleep. It's exhausting. But here's the twist: overthinking feels productive. You feel like you're analyzing, solving, preparing. But most of the time, you're just spinning stories that make you feel worse. You're not solving the problem. You're living inside it. I remember once, I couldn't stop thinking about a mistake I made at work. I kept replaying it over and over in my head, trying to figure out how I could have done better. But after hours of thinking, nothing changed, except that I felt more anxious, more tired, and more convinced I had messed up. That's when I realized something simple: thinking is useful only when it leads to action. After that, it just becomes noise. So, how do we stop this loop? I've found a few tricks that actually help, not just for me, but for a lot of people. First, notice it. When you realize you're stuck in your thoughts, say it to yourself: "Hey, I'm overthinking again." It sounds small, but naming it breaks the illusion. It's like shining a flashlight on a shadow. Suddenly, it's not that scary. So, how do we stop this loop? I've found a few tricks that actually help, not just for me, but for a lot of people. First, notice it. When you realize you're stuck in your thoughts, say it to yourself: "Hey, I'm overthinking again." It sounds small, but naming it breaks the illusion. It's like shining a flashlight on a shadow. Suddenly, it's not that scary. Try journaling, drawing, or focusing on your breath, even for 1 minute. It's not about emptying your mind. It's about showing your brain what to focus on instead. And finally, be kind to yourself. We often beat ourselves up for overthinking. Like we're supposed to be robots that can just turn our brains off. But overthinking means you care. It means your mind is trying to protect you. It just hasn't learned how to relax yet. Sometimes, when I catch myself spiraling, I'll take a deep breath and remind myself, I don't have to solve everything right now. That one sentence changes everything. Because most of what we worry about never actually happens. And the rest, we'll deal with when it does. Overthinking is your brain's way of saying, I'm scared of losing control. But here's the secret. Peace doesn't come from control. It comes from acceptance. From realizing that not every thought deserves your attention. Your mind can be a loud place. It can throw 1,000 ideas, fears, and what-ifs at you every day. But you get to choose which ones you believe, and which ones you let pass by like clouds in the sky. So next time you catch yourself lost in your head, take a breath. Step back. And remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the one watching them come and go. Thanks for watching. And if this helped you quiet your mind even just a little, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who overthinks as much as you do. In the next episode, we'll explore how your emotions secretly control your decisions, even when you think you're being logical. See you then.